Alright, alright.
Yo, yo, what up? uh, welcome to the Luigi's Mansion 100% tournament. Flauke versus FireDragon.
Yes, we have a matchup today.
What a matchup. It's looking to be pretty good because, you know, these runners, they definitely know what they're doing. They'll be starting in just a second. Let me just double check to see. Okay, so they're about a few minutes difference between their PBs. FireDragon with the 111.45 and Flauke with, what's that, a 114.55, I believe? Yeah, so I mean, but then again, none of that matters because it depends on who has money and who doesn't. So, we'll see.
Alright, we're going to be getting underway. So, thanks for taking over the intro, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
I wasn't sure if our mics were live or not. So.
Oh, I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure we were talking. Okay, anyways. So, Mansion, yes, fun.
Luigi's Mansion, you do stuff, you catch ghosts, you play, and you have fun.
Wow, awesome. That's right, I gotta watch it.
Okay, so, if you're not familiar with the scene, basically, this is 100%. So, in a normal no out of bounds run, you just finish the game as fast as you can, obviously without going out of bounds, but in this category, we have to collect all portrait ghosts, all boos, and obtain 100 million G in money. Flauke already dealing with a poisonous mushroom right off the bat.
Oh, is this Pal?
So, right off the rip, you're going to be seeing these runners are going to take the time to check additional objects for money as much as they possibly can, because any bit of RNG money that you can get will benefit you in the long run. So basically there are going to be objects throughout the run. Some of them do give you money, some of them don't, but it's like the objects that money can be in, it's predetermined. Some of them are guaranteed, but some of them are up to RNG. So sometimes they can spawn, money. Sometimes they can spawn nothing. Sometimes they can spawn a heart. It's all RNG as to whether or not you get certain spots. So you're going to see them checking no matter what, because obviously if you do get the RNG, you want to get that money. But yeah, that's basically the gist of 100%. If you don't know, now you know.
Yeah, Flauke getting beat up by that little ghost. Not something you'd rather see, but, sometimes these things do happen, and, yeah, Fi getting that speedy. Another poison mushroom, but that's for Fi then. The poison mushroom, yeah. Looking more and more like Pal every time these players go. And what I mean by that is the Pal or European version Hidden Mansion is notoriously harder and known for spawning a lot of poison mushrooms like Flauke is getting right now. Jeez. You would think they're running on PAL, but they are not. This is Japanese Luigi's Mansion. It's just, these runners are a bit unlucky, but they're not getting smacked because each time you get hit by one of the poison mushrooms, you lose upwards of, 10 to 15 seconds? Because
something like
you get smaller, you can't do much of anything. You can only call for Mario at a high pitch. Can't even use your vacuum. It's kind of whack, but you know what? Yeah. Just avoid those and you're good.
If you do end up getting hit by a poisonous mushroom in a really bad spot, it's one thing if you get hit by a mushroom, after a room is completed or something like that. It's another thing if you get hit when you're in the middle of doing cycles, because then the whole thing just gets thrown off. So basically, end goal is don't get hit by mushrooms, and you see a lot more of them in this category than you do in any other category, just because, like I said, with runners constantly checking objects for money, it's way more likely for you to accidentally spawn a mushroom. So that's just another wrench that you gotta throw into the picture when you're talking about running 100%. So far, FireDragon's playing pretty good. I mean, nothing to complain about. Gotten a decent amount of money I think Flauke's money was a little rough going into wardrobe. It's actually not terrible right now. Definitely under what you'd probably want to have. I'm assuming there wasn't much RNG money on Flauke's end.
I mean, some of them, they both got some similar RNG money, like the gold bar and anti-room, so...
Yeah, Fi does currently have a little bit more money than Flauke does, but he also does have the lead in time going in his favor as well, so this is definitely the better start for FireDragon, but Flauke can come back. I mean, this category's long. Got a lot to offer.
Yep, we got a lot of fun to go through.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
But yeah, big scary baby.
Big scary.
Wah. So yeah, you want to just dodge these rocking horses right quick, and then grab one of the balls, smack him with it, and let go at around 50 HP. And the reason why is because normally you'd think just try to suck up the ghost as much as you can to get him as fast as possible. Well, with this boss, he seems to like break off. Even if you do perfect like pullbacks to drain his HP optimally, you'll still get around like 9 or 8 HP off of him before he decides to break off of you no matter what. So you'll have to just 2-cycle it, and because if you let go of him under 50 HP, he'll do a longer second cycle, so you just rather just get him a little bit above 50. That way you'll get a shorter cycle and you'll still get him in the 2 cycles that you basically need to in order to get him. They're taking damage to grab the second ball, and yeah, without a hitch pretty much, but Fi still in the lead right now. We'll see. It's just Area 1 anyways, so we got a lot more game, a lot more RNG to go through, so we'll see.
Yeah, you got that right, buddy.
Yeah.
You got that one right. Yeah, there's a little saying. The run really does not start until you get to Area 4. So we are just currently in the prologue right now, and the prologue just happens to last for about, 80% of the run. Like, yeah.
The longest prologue ever.
My old saying goes, the run does not start until you get to Attic.
Yeah.
I love saying that because it's true. If you run this game, you know the pains of playing 100%. The run does not start until you get to the Attic booze. Alright. So we'll see how Fi. His money's 4.5. That's not bad. It's a little on the lower end, but it's early on, so it really does not matter that much. He's got plenty of time to get extra money. But the one interesting thing about 100% is everybody's got their own way of making things work out. So, whether that be pearl duping, which we can cover, or, grabbing extra gems, getting extra spots that guarantee you to get bills and coins, or, whatever that may be. So, if you don't know, pearl duping, basically, you can trick the game into thinking that you picked up 2 of a certain object rather than just 1. And this works because there's 2 ways of picking up a collectible. Like, as an example, a gold bar or a pearl works because it is an attainable item that your vacuum locks onto but does not give you a cutscene when you pick it up. So, that being said, any object like that does not give you a cutscene when you pick it up, you can collect it using either your vacuum or just straight up walking into it. Now, if you trick the game into thinking you do both at the same time, it will register as you picking up 2 of the same item. So by doing like a precise vacuum cancel, or even recently we've found a way to just dupe stuff in air by allowing it to fall on top of Luigi and activating your vacuum at the same time.
So we're saying that Flauke's going for that newly found 6-piece. That's apparently saves a couple seconds from what I've been seeing. It looks definitely quite different. I don't know many runners that use it, but I know Flauke and I believe Hopeless Amenity made a tutorial on it. So, but Fi-Fi getting the early release, well, unfortunately Flauke does not, so it still puts Flauke still a bit behind, but, yeah, actually he could have caught up a lot closer to Fi-Fi had he got early release, but, unfortunately that's just how it goes.
I want to make the correction. I don't think Fi-Fi did get early release.
No?
No.
I thought he did.
No. He had a lead like this before, so I don't think either runner got it, which is honestly what you want to happen. I mean, like, you either want both of them to get it or both of them to miss it. You don't want to see too many seconds wasted away by RNG, something that's out of your control. All right, 10:05. That's it's not bad. See, Flauke's probably going to be about 12 seconds behind him here with 10:17. Yep. Okay. So, I mean, this lead could very well be completely opposite within the next 5 minutes. I mean, this is a big RNG segment right here, so there's a lot lying on who gets better RNG as we capture the first 5 boos.
Yeah, they like to hide in certain objects in rooms. Sometimes they'll even switch objects if you are in there too long. So sometimes you'll just walk into a room and it'll already start changing on you, so, they can be a bit, dumb. It's like, they just decide to switch on you at the last second for no reason. But Fi-Fi looking like he's gonna get tech skip, gonna get it from the bottom of the table, but, okay, so yes, tech skip, suck up a boo, suck up a cloth right after,
Both of them.
skip egad. Ooh, okay, but
Yeah.
as we see Flauke is going from the bottom side of the table,
Alright.
yeah. So right off the bat, they're both getting tech skip, really nice, you want to like to see that. Fi-Fi getting the perfect RNG for the second room, the anti-room. Flauke unfortunately not quite having that same luck, yeah. Just how it's gonna be today.
Yeah, basically, the thing that makes tech skips work is, for some reason, this game just cannot, like, process 2 animations at one time. So if any animation interrupts another animation, it pretty much just skips whatever animation was interrupted. You'll see this, like, there's multiple different methods for tech skips and cutscene skips and stuff that you're probably going to see throughout this run, and you'll notice that all of them pretty much involve one animation just canceling out another one. So yeah, for some reason, a lot of animations in this game, even like just vacuum animations where when a ghost hits 0 HP, that counts as an animation, and you can move around during it. So if you move around and interact with other things, which you will see later in about 4 minutes, yeah, you'll see there's some very interesting stuff you can do with that, and some of that being Japanese exclusive as well. So yeah, these guys are playing on the Japanese version because not only does it save time with text, but it also saves time just off of a couple Japanese exclusive things that you can do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, considering Japanese is the earliest version, meaning for the later versions they of course patch it like they would, because it's an older game, for later releases of the game they'd patch some stuff out, but Japanese would get, whatever the first release is, gets the most amount of glitches possible. Unlike today, how everything is pretty much synced up online, you just download the update to your console, so yeah.
Yep, the
It was a different world back in 2001.
Yep.
It was a different world back then.
You work with what you are dealt. Oh, also, just figure I'll put it in there. As far as we're concerned, I mean, do you know whether or not Pearl Duping has ever been like recorded?
I don't know.
An NTSC version or PAL version?
I've been told by Snap that it is possible on, I believe, American console and PAL on emulator, but I've never physically seen anything like that happen, duping on any of the versions that's not Japanese, so...
Yeah, as far as we know, the Japanese version is like at least the easiest. I'm not gonna say that it's impossible on another version. I haven't seen it myself. But Japanese definitely has the advantage of being able to dupe.
Yeah, so if anyone's got enough time on their hands to just try it out a bunch. I know I tried it out a bunch and it didn't seem to work, and then the second I switched to Japanese doing the same exact method, boom, it's easy. It's like, what? Okay.
What?
Sure. What? Yeah. But, yeah, they did the, so both runners went for the Fire Medallion Save Warp. So again, like how you would capture a boo and then capture the cloth, well instead, you'll capture the, medallion, right after collecting the boo. So that way, EGAD will call you about the boo while you're holding the medallion, and what that means is you can save warp and get out of the room, and still have fire element while you don't have to, like, listen to EGAD's whole spiel about the fire element and have to escape the mirror room as well. And also, it gives the butler ghost right there the best cycle ever, so he's at the very end of the hallway to the right, instead of being possibly all the way to the left side of the hallway like we used to have to pray that he would not be all the way to the left side back in the day. But you know what? I mean, times have changed, so we've allowed more things, and things like that make life just a bit easier. So.
The best cycle ever.
Consistent. Yep. So currently it looks like Fi has got the lead in time. It remains to be seen whether it's also money or not. I'm pretty sure, like...
Oh, right there, he just did the chest cutscene skip. I just wanted to bring that up. You saw that he walked into the gem at the same time as the cutscene started playing for the camera to pan over. So, yeah, that just skipped the pan over cutscene completely. They just, like, very much overlapped. And the game was just like, okay, I'll forget about it. Another tag skip right there. The animation of the mouse hole, that's Japanese exclusive right there. So both of these guys playing on the Japanese version, so that tech skip does work. But yeah, that mouse hole animation overrides EGAD talking. Because again, the game was like, okay, sure, I'm just not gonna tell you.
Yeah, and of course this works both ways as well because of Boo's hiding in this room at the same time, like...
Yep.
So you can just do it two ways. That's the only mouse hole in the... Actually, no, okay, correction. It's not the only mouse hole in the game, but it's the only one that actually has a Boo in the residing room that it is in, because there's also, later on in Area 2, there's the doghouse, which has the same properties. However, there was no Boo there, and Flauke was having a bit of a time with this Boo and the gems, but manages to get all the gems while the Boo was still in there, so it was looking a little bit shaky, but managed to recover it pretty alright. Although he has to watch the chest again. Ooh. Oh my god! Oh! That is a bit of a mistake you don't want to see.
Okay, so there's that lead change we were talking about. Looks like they're going to be very close, but Flauke's just barely going to be ahead here.
Yeah, they're about tied. Jeez.
Yeah, Flauke just has about a half a second lead. Look at them. They're doing the same exact thing.
If even, it's like 0.3 of a second or something stupid like that. It was, this is like very close to call.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of garbage left to deal with. So.
Ooh. Oh, okay, wow. Fi just gained a little time from the... I think it might have been the animations, but he also did the instruments in a slightly different order at the very end. So, I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but...
Alright, so they're both getting Mario Bros here. Slower of the two songs. She could play two songs, either Mario Bros. 3 or Water. You want Water because not only is it the first option on the menu, but it also gives you one less text box before she asks you what the song was. And you tell her all about how informed you are on video game music.
Yes. And yeah, I think because of some of the pearl spreads and stuff, they couldn't exactly go for pearl dupe. I think Fi tried to go for it, but unfortunately does not seem to be happening. So that can happen too sometimes with pearl dupes. Is it may take a while some days. Some days it may be like free, and you don't understand why. It's just that's just how it is. Unless if you're super practicing it like so many hours in a day. Like, maybe you can get it down consistently, but usually it just seems to be, like, some days are better than others with that.
Yeah,
So.
as far as dupes go, it's like kind of just like a passive thing, I think, at this point. If you're playing 100%, you kind of just go for it. And it's like, I mean, some people do have, like, other people just kind of send it, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, so we've had a couple flip-flops and leads, but Fi does pull a little bit ahead here. He's probably about 4 seconds ahead.
He's getting the boo first.
Both of these guys are actually going to grab boo first.
Okay, okay.
That is an interesting thing about Lugs, is because he's on a cycle, he has to shoot like a certain amount of fireballs before he'll show his heart. So once you get to a certain point, if you keep missing the cycle, it's just every 5 shots he'll show his heart. So if you are off cycle, or if that boo is in a bad spot and you want to grab it first, you can. But if he's about to show his heart, then you can also just listen to the audio cue and walk in and grab him first before getting the boo. Not that that really matters, just thought I'd throw it out there.
No.
Anyway. Yeah, just another choice you have. This run, it does have a lot of openness to it, I will say that. 100% is a lot more open than No Out of Bounds is. I think it's a lot more of a linear category.
Yeah.
Alright, Fi did go for the dupe there. Yeah, so these guys are just, I think they're just, like I said, kind of passively going for dupes. It's not really something that you really, like, lose time for attempting, unless you really take the time to try and set it up. Like, if you're convinced that you've got just an insane setup that's going to work every single time, but it loses you, like, 2 seconds. But most of the time, it's like, okay, the pearl's right in front of you, you just try a vacuum cancel and see if you can get a dupe.
Ooh.
Oh.
Flauke was trying to go for that stun double. So with the flashlight, if you flash a ghost and hold it there for a while, the ghost will just despawn. But if you hold the flashlight there onto the ghost, and then like kind of like in a certain rhythm, shut your flashlight off and then turn it back on, you can keep it prolonged there for extra bit of time. If you do it so long, it'll just despawn after a while. But it gives you a little extra time to have some other ghost move over to you, so you can collect them in a double or triple or what have you. But yeah, so
Bogmire on FireDragon's end. Yeah, basically, Bogmire, obviously one-cyclable. He just got a pretty strong pull, so if he starts to yank you, you kind of got to just pull back on the control stick in the opposite direction until you regain your control. So you'll see, oh, Flauke's just going to go for it. Okay.
Yo, sending.
Just went for it. Paid out, so that's good. Yeah, Bogmire's definitely got one of the, if not the strongest pull in the game. It's definitely up there with some of the tougher pulls It's another interesting thing about this game is that it's pre-programmed for every ghost to have a specific strength on their pull. So, you know, the bigger and stronger ghosts will have firmer pulls, so they'll drag you around a little bit more, and then there are some other ghosts that will have little to no pull. There's actually a ghost that has no pull whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a real blast.
And you'll be seeing that in a little while from now. But probably about like what, another 16 minutes or something.
Yeah,
Not even.
probably like 14, 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I had to take a while to guess. Alright, so Area 2 done. Area 3, we will be tackling some more, you know, portrait ghosts, money grabbing, booze, whatever that may be. Oh, important to note. Before they did Bogmire, you saw them water a plant out back. Each area from here on out, so Area 2, Area 3, Area 4, you gotta go back and water that plant. It is crucial for the 100% speedrun, as of right now, until somebody finds a way to dupe a gold diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically watering that plant. If you water it 3 times, one being area from Area 2 to Area 4, it will grant you with one of the only 2 gold diamonds in the game, which is worth 20 million. So that alone is going to make up a fifth of the money that they're going to need throughout the entire run. And the second one also being from collecting all 50 boos, you also get another gold diamond. So right there, that is 2/5 of the entire money that they're going to have to collect throughout the run, just off of 2 gold diamonds. Shout out to Chris Pratt.
Yup. Star-Lord in the painting.
Stuck in the painting. Alright, FireDragon. Gonna opt to get this ruby. Smart choice. I agree. I'd do the same. Alright. Little fun fact, this treadmill right here, if you run on it, gives you a key. This is actually an optional key. You don't need to grab this. But for the speed run, you do need to grab it. Because it is slow if you don't. And that is our goal. To not be slow.
That animation
I
sync.
hope he knows that Boo is still on the right side. He does not.
Ooh.
Yeah, that radar was still going.
Oh, and it switches. Nice, nice. Looks like a lot of fun to be had in this room right now.
Having a lot of fun with the Boo. Ooh, that punching bag. That punching bag is pushing that Boo around. I thought it was going to push it into him.
Yeah.
Alright, nice little trick right here. The door above is on fire, so if you just shoot water
Ooh.
through the floor.
And Flauke does get a large dupe, as we just seen now. It went from 7 to 9. So that is good. That is good. But yeah, as Jared was saying, sorry. Before
you're
I
good.
rudely interrupted.
I'm glad you did, because I didn't even notice.
Yeah, no, I saw you went for that. I'm like, yo, that's awesome. Firefly getting 2 rubies in the tea room because he got RNG mouse. The mouse may spawn in there sometimes. So
Yep.
yeah, just I guess it's better to have more money than you know what to do with sometimes. Just in instances like this in the race.
Yeah, FireDragon has pretty incredible money right now. It looks like Flauke's going to opt out of grabbing the ruby that's out of the drawer because of that dupe, which I do not blame.
Oh my god, and a poison mushroom. So this is what the 10 to 15 second time loss that we were talking about before. You can turn the flashlight on and off, you can call for Mario, and walk around. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You can't suck up any ghosts while you're in that mode. So it makes you pretty much useless until you become big again. So, while Flauke did get the large dupe, he also got bodied by the poison mushroom, which is something you don't particularly like to see. So, yeah.
Yeah, that is just again, it's the unfortunate circumstance of checking objects for extra money. His goal there was to obviously get money out of that chandelier. That chandelier can drop, I believe it's like 20 bills or something like that. And
Yeah.
bills are super important. They're worth 20K each. So if you factor in, 400 bills alone, that's 8 million. So that's like a big portion of your money. But if you get really lucky and you end up getting like 450 or
Oh!
yeah, Flauke
And,
missed that shot there. So he's got to exit the room and re-enter to fight Nana again.
oh my god! The other one just went to the left. What? It, like, barely went in this vacuum and it just shot to the left, dude. I don't understand. This is, okay. So, Nana, 3 balls in a row, and then you're good. But
Bro.
what was that second one? I don't know.
Bro, that was great. I'm sorry. That was comedic value. That was so good. Oh my god. That thing shot so far back left. I don't even know how that happened, bro. Okay, anyway. What was I talking about?
I don't remember. The ball.
Yeah, what was I talking about? Somebody in chat, tell me what I was talking about. Bad
What was this
comment.
man talking about? Were you taking notes? You remember? Write
Yeah,
it
you
down.
got your
This man will
notepads
remember.
open? Come on, we're supposed to be taking notes for the test. There's a test after the race.
I didn't study.
I don't. I was talking about something.
Yeah.
Oh, Bills. I was talking about the Bills. I remembered.
Oh yeah, Buffalo Bills.
Oh yeah, them. I love them. Anyways, yeah. So if you can get really lucky with your RNG and get like upwards of 5 bills, I mean, if you think about every 5 bills is 100K, so that's a big deal in this run. So get as many as you possibly can. I mean, like looking at FireDragon's money already, he's already got over 4 million of bills, just halfway through the run, a little under halfway through the run. Alright, so yes, Astral Hall, light the candles, make sure. Boom, they spawn, scary. So Flauke is going to be doing Astral Hall. FireDragon does have a pretty significant lead here with the money factored in. Even with Flauke's dupe, I know for a fact that FireDragon's money is better than Flauke's. Because he did get that extra ruby in the tier room. Get the moonshot. Yeah, basically you blow up the moon. It's probably some type of like international crime or something like that, but we're not gonna really,
Yeah, good for the. I don't know, but
talk about it.
sort of human crime. I don't know what that means, but you know what? Close enough.
I mean, it definitely goes against something.
You go to space jail.
Yeah.
I don't know. But and we'll see Flauke committing acts of treason against the moon as well. No, it's just right there. Why not just blow it up?
Yeah, just blow it up. And it just so happens that when you do blow up the moon, which Flauke is going to do, and you already saw FireDragon doing. Look at this, boom, boom. Yeah, for some reason the moon blows up 7 times, and then the half of it just significantly gets placed right here. And it's also very small, so if you thought that the moon was big, you were wrong.
Yeah.
And it also
will be getting
Mario
the
Star.
Sapphire. Yeah. Mario Star with the Mario 64 Shine sound, because some of this game is basically like copying some sound assets and stuff from 64. Whoa, that ball for Wi-Fi just went the complete opposite direction. Okay.
Okay, so he does get the 1 cycle bank shot. That's pretty crucial to get because if you don't get the 1 cycle, if you get hit by one of the pool balls, or if you get hit, or not even if you get hit, but if you just take too long to grab onto one, it can just despawn, and then you gotta wait for him to walk around the table all over again. Nobody wants to do that. Alright. Cleaning
Also
up
getting a
billiards room.
sapphire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luigi the janitor cleaning up stuff. Yeah.
You do have a vacuum.
Oh, Flauke shot that second ball in too early. Wait. Huh?
Okay. He shot it too early. That's another thing you can do. So if bank shot's invincibility frames are still active and you try to hit him with another ball before his invincibility frames are deactivated, the ball will just not register as hitting him.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure I thought I just saw the red ball still flying around the room for a second after that second ball was shot. I'm confused. Unless if I'm tripping and saying things, I could have sworn that somehow all 3 balls were still roaming the room. I don't know, man.
Well, I know for a fact. Did he just dupe that medium?
Yeah, he did.
I know that red ball. I mean, after he shot the one that probably should have hit him and disappeared anyways, he took too long to pick up the red ball, so it disappeared on its own.
Yeah.
Alright, so, anyways, yeah, commentary's all over the place. There's a lot happening right now. Fi opted to go for the save warp, so the thing that you're trying to do with that, we'll see if Flauke gets it. If you spawn that glove onto the floor and you suck up the boot, Flauke letting go of the ghost, I don't know what just happened there. But in that room, it's pretty just exclusive to that room. It's really the only place that it's like fast to do that. But if you grab the boo and stand right beside the glove without walking into it, and then you walk into it right before EGAD talks to you, you can actually skip part of the animation by save warping back to the foyer. So basically, anytime you save and quit, if you haven't noticed already, anytime you save and quit and re-enter the game, it'll put you right back in the foyer, or as Nick likes to say, the foyer.
Oh yeah, the correct proper pronunciation from French. Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah, save warping is best.
Yeah. Flauke did not get the animation skip, but that's alright. Essentially, if you do as well, not only will the glove just like be frozen in the room, but also you'll see the text box from the picking up the glove spawn as soon as you load back in, and because you saved, every time you open that file, it will pop up every time. And Fi, I think he tried to spawn I forget what this guy called, the speedy spirit, but unfortunately did not.
Ooh, Fi duped.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, he was playing around with that, but he did get the dupe, which made up some in money, I guess.
Yeah, that made up more than he lost by not getting that speedy spirit, for sure.
Yeah. That's
So,
cool.
yeah, Fi's money's really good right now. His bill count's good. Obviously his big pearl count is good now, but his ruby count is the really important thing. And rubies are the most important gem in this game, by far. They're worth $1 million a pop. So sapphires are worth 500, emeralds are worth 800, and rubies are worth 1 mil. So getting rubies, that's definitely the gem that we put emphasis on. Obviously, runners still do opt to grab extra gems, no matter what they are. I guess I should make a correction. It's not the most important gem in the game, if you want to consider gold diamonds and silver diamonds, or whatever you want to call them. But as far as, you know, rubies, sapphires, and emeralds go, yeah, rubies are the most important. Flauke does get that speed spirit, so getting the extra bills from that. Went for the dupe, but did not get it there. They need money. The requirement for 100% is to collect 100 million so that you can finish with the A rank. Basically, at the end of the game, Gad turns all your money that you collected into a mansion, and it ranks you based on the range of money that you collected. So the highest possible rank is A rank, and you need 100 million in money, even though there's like a 140 million mansion total.
So that's what. Oh, Flauke, that boo like almost dipped, but he thought for a second, like, you know what? Let me just go back in for a second, real quick, and decided to just, hang around. Yeah, instead of going the hallway, cause yeah, gaming. But yeah. So 100 million money, getting all the Portugos and all the boos is required for 100%.
Indeed. Yeah, FireDragon doing the text mashing simulator.
As Flauke is just about to enter the fun text mashing simulator for a minute and a half. He's gonna try to spawn the gold mouse? Yeah, I think he decided to try to go spawn the Game Boy Horror, like spawn the cheese early, but it was not allowing the flashlight to work on the crystal ball. But yeah, so we saw Fi-Fi was just dealing with sucking up Clairvoyeur right there, and you might have noticed if you were paying attention that the fight looked a lot different compared to other ghosts, and that's because she just does not want to pull back at all. So you have to like hold back on the control stick and screw around with the C-stick enough to where you just capture her as fast as possible. It's really weird, but it works. Like, it works like that. I don't know why. She's the only one in the game that works like that. So,
alright, so to answer some questions in chat, if the winner does not make money pace, the run is forfeited. So basically, for this tournament, we made the restriction that when you finish the run, you cannot go back into the mansion to collect more money. And that also answers the other question that was asked. Just the rule set for this tournament, to make it more interesting and to also make it so that, you need to actually be careful about the money that you're getting. Once your timer's stopped and the run is completed, you're locked in on everything. Your time is locked in and your money is locked in. So if you don't meet the money, you forfeit the race. The only way you're not going to lose off of missing the money is if the person that you're playing also doesn't have the money. So that's kind of, we implemented that. This tournament, it's really just for fun. And it's also, we're just running like a test to see how the rule set works out, because this is the first 100% tournament that we've ever organized. So HD put all this stuff together with the help of me egging him on to do it. I really wanted him to, contact SpeedGaming about having a 100% tournament go on. So he contacted, we came up with this rule set together. So me and HD are kind of like at the helm as far as running this tournament goes. So yeah, we made it so that if the runner does go and count all their money, and they don't have it, you're not allowed to load your last save. And normally the last save is going to be like right before King Boo, so you can't just go and start, collecting extra gems and stuff that you didn't get to go get your money pace up, because once you're done, you're done. It makes it more interesting. I think it allows for more upsets. It also allows for runners to kind of, have that leniency of knowing that the person that they're playing also has to be careful with their own money as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's definitely, you want to focus on your money in this now. It's just like a speed run where, it's like a normal attempt. If your run doesn't have the money, it doesn't count. And it's more than likely, if you don't have the money in a speed run, I doubt you're going to be PBing by enough to where you could go back into the mansion, collect the money, and, get a PB anyways, because that's a lot of time. So, anyways, hopefully that clears everything up.
So far we haven't seen, as far as I'm concerned, we haven't seen both runners in a race miss money. I'm pretty sure, as far as I'm concerned, we've only seen one runner miss money in a race, but that's about it. So yeah, things are to be seen. We'll see. If a runner
Yeah, I mean, there's still more
if both
tournaments
of them
to
don't
play.
have money or something, but maybe not. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll see.
Yeah, basically what we would do if both runners ended up missing the money is that the match would just be rescheduled. And there would be a rematch, obviously,
Okay.
because neither of the runs count. You can't just give it to whoever had the better time or whoever had the
Right.
better money, because the run doesn't count. It's not really truly 100%, So, on one aspect, you don't want to see anybody miss the money, but in another aspect, if two people do miss the money, we get more Luigi's Mansion content, which you love to see.
Yes.
Flauke spawning another mushroom.
Whoa. Oh, the boo is. Oh, he can still get him. Yeah. Okay.
FireDragon cleaning up boo losses here as well. Don't know if you noticed, but he did the ice shot strat. So the hitbox on that ice ball, if you press the L trigger down all the way, yeah, you can shoot like an element ball, and if you shoot it right in the middle of a crowd of boos, it can, well, for boo losses, it's just exclusive. I don't know why I'm saying if you shoot it into a crowd of boos. There's one crowd of boos that you could possibly shoot it into. Anyways, if you shoot it into that crowd of boos, you can freeze them all with just one shot, and then you kind of just clean up afterwards. Yeah, clean. But going back to that, yeah, I have no idea how that boo didn't leave. I have no idea.
He just kind of stuck around. Was like, yo, I'm still going.
Jeez, man, we are. Well, I'll speak for myself. I am just so sloppy on this commentary.
It's all good, man. It's all
Dude,
good.
there's a lot going on. I'm tired. I got like 4 hours of sleep so I can wake up to commentate this match.
You know what? I got you, man. I got you. I got another commentary to do today. Then I got a match to do. So we'll see. See how that goes. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But
Yeah, we've got Luigi's Mansion content today. So if you like watching Luigi's Mansion speedruns and you want to support our community, exclamation point LM100 in the chat. You can check out the challenge bracket. There is also a schedule that I will go over at the end of the race. And I'll tell you more about like when races are happening, who's playing, all that good stuff.
Ooh, Flauke. It seemed like he wasn't sure which boos to get because they were all flying away from him, but he managed to get at the end. But now he's got this one troll boo.
Yeah, this is not uncommon for this last boo to just fly around and not cooperate with you.
Okay.
That was so weird. Whatever just happened was so weird. Alright, now on FireDragon's end, you're going to see he's picking up his first gold diamond, so that's one of two in the entire mansion. And that thing alone is worth 20 million.
Okay. All right. So. Wait.
What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the LM100 command does not give the schedule.
I was just like, you know what? I'm also operating a little off today, but we'll see. So, gaming, Luigi,
I mean,
and
I can just toss the
Area
schedule
4.
out. That's the link for the LM 100% tournament schedule if anybody wants to look at that just while we're doing some downtime stuff right now. You can access that link through our Discord server as well. If you join the Luigi's Mansion community Discord, which is linked when you put an LM100 in the chat, we have a whole entire tournament section where you can find all the tournament information, in pinned messages and stuff. So if you have any interest. Okay, so Fi currently in blackout. Flauke on his way to collect the gold diamonds from the plant. So the ghost coming up on FireDragon's end here. It's completely RNG. He's a real fun guy. And yeah, basically he just shows his heart whenever he wants to. So he can take, 0 seconds, and he can take 50 seconds. It's very rare for him to take 50 seconds, but if he's feeling like, he really wants to toy around with you, then I suppose, yeah, he really could take 50 seconds.
But no, he gets a very good Gremlin from Fi-Fi, and he
Yeah.
also gets the money in the drawer. That's one of the RNG spots for money with the bills and coins.
Yeah, it's probably one of the spots. He probably checked it earlier and just didn't get it.
Yeah.
But that is actually, I think that one has what? Yeah, 15 bills. So that money spot is actually like a pretty big one. 15 bills, that's what? 300K right there. And you have 3 chances to get that. You go in that room 3 different times in the run, so you do have like 3 chances to get that. So that's one of the RNG spots you do have a better chance of seeing the money come out of at some point during a run.
Now, Fi-Fi is in Breaker Room, and there is the Breaker Boo. So with boos, you might have noticed that they are pumping, essentially, like they're pumping the boo every now and then. So what happens is if you hold both the left and right triggers for the element and vacuum usage, and then you let go of the art trigger every 10 HP while you're sucking up the boo, and then press it again, he'll keep staying there in place, but each time he does that, you'll hear him cackle, and each boo has 15 cackles, so once your 15 cackles runs up, he will leave no matter what. But since that boo was 200 HP, there is a strat that you can do. There's a couple different ways you can do it as well, to one-cycle that boo by dragging him from the left side of the room to the right, and then bringing him back. Or, if you also want, you can have him up against the wall and keep pulling him back and forth, prolonging your art pumps each time so you can get the one cycle. But Fi-Fi, I guess he doesn't really go for a particular setup. He kind of just hopes that the boo will be back in there, which is, of course, up to RNG. But, do what you can. But I suppose it'd be beneficial in the future to learn a strat like that, especially for top runners.
I know
want to get good at this
he's
game.
taken time to attempt to learn Breaker Boo one cycle. I know that he's talked a lot about watching a tutorial that somebody in the community made.
Yeah.
Might be somebody on commentary right now.
Oh, could be, yeah.
Perhaps the guy talking.
I don't remember making one, but I appreciate that, man. Like, really warms my heart.
Not everything's about you, buddy.
Well, hey, you know what? I had to say it.
It's my time to shine, man.
Oh, okay,
okay. Yeah, Breaker Boo, it's one of the only 200 HP boos in the game that you can actually get a consistent one cycle on. If not the only one. I mean, the only other one I can really think of is in the ceramic studio, and that's not even consistent.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it happens sometimes and it doesn't. It's very rare. So we'll see if... Ooh, Flauke getting a ton of double cackles. Yeah, so basically if the boo is really high up or at an awkward angle to your vacuum, he'll just cackle a lot. And like Nick said, boos kind of run on a currency system. So imagine you have 15 bucks and you have 15 bucks and you spend $1 every time a boo cackles, and once you spend all your money, he don't want to be with you anymore.
Yeah, pretty much like that,
Because he doesn't like you because you're broke.
Wow, thank you for that analogy.
It's only, I don't know how else to put it.
My eye. We're doing math now, everyone.
It's so weird. It's boos work on a very weird. Flauke gets hit by another.
Oh my god, no! And he's good. The boo is gone. He's in limbo. That's it. So the boo now has 1 or 2 rooms to go back into, much like the breaker room. He's gonna check if he's in there, and the breaker room boo did go back into a breaker room. So at this point, he's gonna have to get Pipe Room Boo again.
Pipe Room Boo.
Or not Pipe Room Boo, the cellar. we're kind of.
We're only 53 minutes into the speed run, bro. I haven't seen any Pipe Room happen yet.
How am I gonna get through this other commentary today? Anyways, the cellar Boo can either go back into the cellar room or into Weston's room, which is right across the hall. So, once the rest of Attic and everything is done, he'll go back downstairs and check one of the rooms to see if he's in there.
Yeah, so it kind of evened out just the way that worked because Breaker Boo went back in. Again, that's all up to RNG, so he can be nice. That's not very frequent. And you'll notice that there's a lot of things in this game. If you watch a lot or if you play a lot, there's a lot of tendencies in speedruns, and they're not guarantees, but they do tend to happen a lot more frequently than other things do. And Breaker Boo going back into Breaker Room, if you don't get the one cycle, is one of those things that tends to not happen very often. Each Boo kind of, I don't know, it's like, even with just finding Boos, there's like different spots that we prioritize first over others just because of the likelihood being higher that the Boo is going to be there. Like each room has, you know, its own odds for a Boo being in a specific spot, and each room has its more likelier spots than others. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
The way the Luigi's Mansion works, it's a very strange game. The game's got a lot of like behind the scenes things.
It's easy to get into, but it's also kind of difficult to master because there's times where sometimes it's just some strats may like throw you off a bit. Sometimes it's just the RNG can lose you some more time, which is unfortunate when it always happens, but you know, just gotta do it.
Did we ever even explain R pumping? Like,
I just explained that like when we were in the Breaker Room.
Like,
yeah, like you hold L and R, and then go every 10 HP, and then you press it again. Yeah.
Yeah, and
then you did the whole thing with the Boo Bucks. Yeah.
Yeah, the Boo Bucks thing. Because I was thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, if it doesn't make sense as to why like a Boo cackles, it's like pretty much any time your vacuum locks onto a Boo. Also, Fi-Fi getting a very weird animation there on that purple puncher. It's like it was a prolonged animation, so he still took damage. But yeah, basically, like anytime your vacuum locks onto a Boo, he'll cackle. So just by letting go of the vacuum and then like spraying element for like literally a split 10th of a second, and then locking your vacuum back on, it's like guaranteed to cackle. Why that works, like, ooh, more science behind it. Yeah, for some reason, 10 HP, like the cackle just lasts for 10 HP, so it just stuns him for 10 HP, which is why, like, the Boo that you just saw in Armory Room, why that's one cyclable. Yeah, obviously, like, you know, doing the math. Math. Speedrunning math.
Fun. Math problems. You have 15 apples. You eat one each time the Boo cackles. You run out of 15 apples. Why would that matter if you're eating apples? I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways,
why
so
would
gaming.
That matter?
So Fi-Fi in Jarvis, he's getting Jarvis right now, and Flauke getting Boo from the soldier's room, the clockwork room, and yeah. So we'll see if Fi-Fi gets another large dupe. Does not, but that's okay. He already has what? He just has the one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got one,
sure.
But again, his gem count is really good, and I want to say he's got a pretty decent build count right now too. I'm not positive, but I think it's not bad. So I'm pretty confident that his money is gonna be good. Yeah, that's the new analogy that I'm gonna use.
Yeah.
The Boo really, really likes money, and you have $15, and the Boo laughs at you every time you lose $1. And once you lose every last dollar that you have, the Boo no longer has any comedic value, and he's decided that you don't have enough money to hang out with him anymore.
Wow, fake friend. Oh, jeez.
Like, there's no analogy to put to it. Like, you know, like Darbian's analogy for like frame rules.
Oh yeah, the
Like,
boss.
yeah, that is such a great analogy. And there's just like, this game just makes no sense. Like, you just can't make sense out of any of this. Ooh, Flauke getting some double
Ooh,
there.
ooh, it's going into Jarvis. Okay, so hopefully he's gonna want him going back into the poison shroom. He does go back into the armory room.
Okay. FireDragon does clean that boo up nicely, avoids the mushroom. The mushroom just bounced away, didn't want to hang out, which is always good. We don't like hanging out with poisonous mushrooms. Alright,
Yeah.
so Flauke's gonna do some Jarvis here. FireDragon heading up to the room that not a lot of people know about. A lot of casual players don't even know that this room exists or how to get into it, rather. Yeah, basically, this is the sealed room. This is the only way to enter this room is through the roof. And it does actually grant you a key to one of the optional portrait ghosts that we need. So unlike the hidden room that you saw with the mouse hole earlier that just gives you money, the chest is optional in that room. This room is actually required as far as getting all the portrait ghosts go. Now, obviously, the hidden room is also required because it has the boo, so you do have to clear it, but you don't have to get the chest. Technically, if you got enough dupes, you could completely skip out on getting the chest in the hidden room if you wanted to. Yeah. Which is, again, another cool thing about 100%. There's so many money route possibilities. Oh, Flauke's boo. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Alright, so Fi is gonna freeze these ghosts. It is the most efficient way to clear this room. You can freeze the little stream of water at the same time as you're freezing the ghosts, so you can, you know, get two birds with one stone, if you will.
Yeah.
Now, again, in No Out of Bounds, this room, you actually don't even need to clear it. You can actually still complete the puzzle without clearing the room, but we do need to clear it in 100% because we've got a boo in here. And it just so happens to be a 300 HP boo, and it also just so happens, oh, this is his breaker boo right here that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
But it just so happens that the boo in this pipe room...
Oh!
Okay, that was
Oh,
sketch.
Flauke is just having not the most fun time with this boo. He keeps switching on him.
Yeah, this
yeah,
boo on FireDragon's end. It has 300 HP, but the physics on this boo, it's very slow. It is the slowest boo in the game, so it is actually one-cyclable, although you're not going to see that.
Yeah, he just didn't want to, like, turn. I think it's also the way that Fi was standing.
Oh,
he was going to go back, and then he kept pumping, which turned him back into the breaker room, unfortunate. So yeah, he's going to have to get pipe room back in breaker, which means that he cannot save warp after this boo in Weston. If he does, then the boo will be back in pipe room with the 300 HP left. However, if he's back in breaker room, if he just walks right to breaker room from here after this boo, then he can just continue him from the HP he was at. I think it was like 180, 170 looking like.
Yeah, like 180.
Yeah.
Which is doable. I mean, like I said, that boo is really slow, so it's definitely doable to
so you don't really have to
grab that
perform
boo.
you don't really have to perform similar stuff to the breaker boo one cycle. So that pipe room is just so much more lenient. And he's gonna be dragging him to the left side or the right side anyways because he's double cackling.
Wow.
And he still managed to pull that out. That's actually I'm impressed.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Okay, he does not save warp. Good.
Yeah, so he's gonna go and grab that pipe right now, and then all the rest of the boos that he's gonna need are gonna be in this last section of the game when he goes back upstairs. Yeah, so Flauke is also gonna be doing this sealed room strat. That was very clean. grabbing some extra money out of that chandelier as well. Can't complain
Kinda
about
slick.
that. Alright, so we'll see if Fi can wrap this boo up.
But you've seen how the boo speed for the breaker boo was, and then just look at it compared to this boo. Like, he's running so much slower. It's not even a comparison at this point.
Yep.
So, easy. 180 free.
Yeah, although it has 300 HP, Pipe Boo is actually one of the nicer ones. Just because, again, it's not too hard to manage a boo that's that slow.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot more lenient dealing with a boo that has slow speed.
And Flauke getting the cellar boo back in cellar room with 88 HP. The one where he got the poison shroom from last time. But yeah, he decided to come back in this room. It could have been either this room or not Jarvis, Weston's room. So yeah. And Fi going into the sitting room, which just has 5 ghosts, and then another 2 after that. So you have to swap elements because the last 2 ghosts are elemental ghosts, which require water to extinguish their fire element.
That was very clean. That was a nice room.
Yeah.
Did sitting room very well. Alright, so Flauke is going to grab this boo first before freezing the stream. We'll see if Flauke can get the 1 cycle.
Maybe. As long as they know where to stand, but unfortunately, yeah, he's...
Okay, that's actually not the end of the world because that boo is going to he's gonna hide in Weston's, so Flauke will be able to just find him in there. It's actually a good thing that he went for that boo first before grabbing the key, because otherwise the boo wouldn't have had enough time to hide, and that might have caused a problem. Yeah, for some reason, you can't collect boos in rooms that are dark. Like, you can't drain HP off of them as efficiently, and you also just can't, even if they have 0 HP, it just will not allow you to suck up a boo in a dark room. Don't know why they did that, but they did do that.
It do be like that sometimes.
Right, so Fi is gonna grab his 3rd to last boo. Grab some extra money right here. See if Flauke can get this dupe. He does go for it, but he didn't get it.
Yeah, the vacuum was just throwing it around a bit, so unfortunately he couldn't get that. Trying to check that boo spawn, and he is in there, but it took him a little while because it just was not, the vacuum wasn't consistently on that barrel for a while. He does miss some other, like, smalls and mediums, which is a bit concerning. I mean, they do add up. I think there's, like, some over by the Western pit.
Yeah, they've despawned by now.
Yeah.
If there were.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. If he feels like he needs to, he can always get extra money in the altar room, which is the final room of the game. Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, Flauke's gonna grab the pipe boo that was in here, and then he's gonna save warp out of Weston's. FireDragon currently on Vangor, so Vangor, honestly, it's not too bad. It's just got each type of normal ghosts, and they just spawn in triple. So the goal here is to obviously triple up as many of them as you possibly can. Fi is off to a rough start. For some reason, I don't know why that ghost didn't despawn.
Because he bumped into the purple puncher, that's why.
Did he?
If you
I didn't
yeah,
even see.
if you bump into a if you bump into a ghost as they're about to despawn, they actually won't despawn. They'll just like stay there for a little while longer. It's really weird, but that's just one of the odd properties of ghosts and stuff with Luigi.
Alright, so yeah, I mean, Fi definitely did have a rough start to this Vangor, but hopefully he'll clean it up well. All the rest of these do look as though they're going much better than the first portion. Nice. Alright, so... Ooh, Flauke's gonna get punched here, but it's not gonna make a difference because he did manage to spray the ghost with element before, or after, I guess, technically, he got hit. So...
Looks like FireDragon got beat up a little bit there at the very end, but capturing Van Gore and then getting the final boo, which will spawn another gold diamond, because when you collect all 50 boos, you get another gold diamond, just like the watering the plant. And both of those are needed because they each total up to 40 million in money. So honestly, like, that's, that's like 2/5 of your money right there. It's just 2 gold diamonds, so you are gonna need that. Flauke gets hit by one of the flying clowns or whatever, which unfortunate because now Soupy's gem, large pearl won't spawn, along with maybe some other mediums or smalls. But there are a lot of more smalls now, as you can see. I mean, he did get a large dupe, so maybe that'll come in handy for now, but at the same time, some of these other smalls and mediums he missed might end up turning into a bit of an unfortunate loss. Again, he can always get more money in Altar, but there's only so much money in the Altar that you can get. Maybe he's gonna want to go for this this Sapphire right here in the plant. Honestly, good call, because missing some of that money, you just do not want to risk the not having it at all, like, by missing something like that. Really good call. He's gonna try to get a boo double. Okay, interesting.
Fi is gonna be on his way down to the final boss. As we would get gold diamond save warp, which is another instance where, you know, you grab a gem or some type of item and skip the cutscene for it. It also just allows you to save warp in general, because normally that gem would spawn and what's the words I'm looking for? The gem would spawn and you wouldn't be able to pick it up until after you mash through the text, so you can't save warp because the game hasn't registered that you know, picked up the gem yet. So by save warping, you're essentially just leaving 20 million to sit there. But yeah, I mean, final boss is on Van Gore, so we'll see if Fi can clean this one up nicely. I'm gonna assume that his money pace is fine. He did grab just the gem out of the altar. He did not opt to get the bills and the coins or the gold bar.
Yeah, because of looking at it right now, it looks like he's a little bit low on bills, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. You never know.
He does have a dupe and he does have an extra ruby, so we'll see how that plays out. I think he'll be fine, but I do think it's going to be close. So we'll see. Hopefully we don't end up seeing somebody have to forfeit a race because of their money. I don't think that's happened yet. I don't think any of the winners of any of the matches have missed the money and had to forfeit their match.
Yeah. So it was the first time for everything, but also don't want to curse it, so you know what? We'll see. Fi getting that first cycle down to 251 HP, and that's still very doable. Usually, the highest you could probably go is like 270 something. To still 2-cycle King Boo, but any higher than that, like 280, yeah, it's not gonna happen pretty much. But usually you want it to be like 240, 250, somewhere around there to be definitely very comfortable with getting 2-cycle. And he does get it 113.02, but it's not over yet. He does not necessarily win because we have to count the money at the very end.
Count the money.
Very vital.
Put your hands together in prayer for the money pace. Hopefully we don't see a forfeit here. I don't think he's going to miss this money. I think he got enough, but we can only hope, and we will find out momentarily.
I mean, we did see the golden mouse from the tea room with an extra ruby, as well as him getting the ruby as well from the the drawer in the same room to the right. So honestly, like, getting little bits of extra money here and there does add up in the end. So we will see after we can finish converting all these captured ghosts into paintings for EGAD's gallery. After that, we'll see all the ghosts, and then we'll see the money count. Flauke does not look like he's going to be getting this save warp, because... Oh, wow!
He did.
I thought
No,
it was
I
too
thought
far
he
away!
I thought he might.
Okay.
Alright. It's time for the moment of truth.
Will he get it? Drum roll, please. Oh. I was trying to do the drum roll, but it wouldn't pick up on the mic, so...
Drum roll, please. Brrr, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, man. I'm actually a little nervous. I do think his money's going to be close. I think he's going to be within $1 million. Like, I think it's going to be, like, 100.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, no spoilers in the chat. If the stream is delayed, don't say anything.
And we're doing a slow money count as well.
Slow money count.
And this is where definitely the drum roll would come in, but Flauke getting the altar money, honestly, not bad, especially for that. You want to make sure if Fi does miss this money, then he's got it in the bag pretty much. But it looks like Fi does have it,
okay.
And he will take the dub. GG to Fi.
Honestly, he had more money than I thought he was going to, so yeah, he played that really well. That was a good run. 113 is nothing to be ashamed of. It's like only a minute off of his PB. A little over a minute off his PB.
Nice. You see Flauke going into King Boo now. Gonna be getting a 117 something?
Yeah, probably gonna be about like a 117.30, 117.25, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, getting little bits of money there helped. If he had not gotten... So, in perspective, if he had not gotten that ruby from that gold mouse, the RNG mouse that spawned in Tea Room, he wouldn't have got the money, because that's $1 million right there. So that'd be $1 million up, which would be 99,835,000.
So, Fi will be progressing on to the final 4 in the winner's bracket. He's going to be a part of the final 4.
Oh boy.
The semi-winners finals. Winners semi-finals. Good God, man.
Yes. We'll be seeing more matches today. We've got did Flauke try to go for one cycle? I think he tried to go for the insta shot at least, but
I think so.
Wasn't quite working out in his favor. Yeah. So we've got later on today we have at 4 o'clock, so in just a couple hours from now, we have Mini versus Master Bobby, commentated by myself and Red. And then we've got later on tonight at 8 o'clock, and this is also Eastern time, by the way, so 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, we've got Joven versus myself, commentated by the one and only Flair and Flauke, which should be pretty interesting, because Joven's definitely a good player. I'm looking forward to racing him, but yeah, it looks like Flauke is still not having quite the most fun ever. Looks like Fi is ready to set up for this commentary here. We'll drag him in. Hello, FireDragon, welcome.
Hello, gamers!
Welcome. I am proud of you.
Thank you, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know what pace I was on until the end. Like, I thought Flauke was like really ahead of me, and because, dude, like I was making so many mistakes, and I was trying so hard not to like when I lost the pipe room boo, I was devastated. I thought that was, to be honest.
Yeah, no, you had like a very significant lead the entire time, but your money was like also, I kept saying throughout the entire thing, like you got that extra ruby, and I was like, oh, that's, and then when you got the dupe, I was like, okay, he's probably gonna be good. He's probably gonna be good.
I prioritized that so much. Yeah, the money.
Once you got that, it was. I thought it was still maybe gonna be close, but you ended up having more than I thought you were going to. So when I saw that you didn't go for the bills and altar, I was like, oh, he's confident. So
I got the gem. I didn't even need the gem, I think.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
No.
Yeah, no, you
like
played that really
though.
well.
Thank you, my man. Thank you. Like,
Got
even like it was scary because like if I didn't get the dupe, I would have had 99, and if I didn't get the extra red gem, lucky mouse, I would have had 99 too. But I
Yeah.
guess like if I got the alter dollar bills, then I might have been fine.
I think if you got the bills and you skipped out on one of the two, if the dupe didn't happen or the gem didn't happen, you still would have been good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't complain
Definitely
about
close.
like being what? You're like a minute 15 off your PB, something like that. Minute 16.
Yeah, dude. Oh, the 110 is close, but so
It's
far,
close. Hey,
Yeah.
some good runs today.
you're
It
in the
happens.
final four. Final four in the winners bracket, baby. Let's go.
And it ends next match. Whoever HD or red is gonna be a tough one.
You never know. Yeah. It's Luigi's Mansion. Anything can happen. But
As Jared, actually Jared, what do you like to say in Luigi's Mansion?
what do I like to say? Well,
Yeah, an area for.
there's a lot of things I like to say about this game, but
Oh,
Flauke
Flauke
missed
does
the
not
money.
have enough money, unfortunate.
No.
Well, 99,860,000. So he was missing some stuff. I guess that dropping that P one cycle definitely does hurt him in the long run because he does have 71 medium pearls and small pearls, but the mediums probably add up to more, which is it's unfortunate, but you know, things like that happen in 100%. You just get smacked by a clown and then you just miss the one cycle. So
Yeah.
it's
It
sad,
does happen.
but if Flauke does want to come in for commentary, I believe the bot will be DMing him somewhat soon. So yeah, let me
Yeah.
done him.
Luckily, that does not that doesn't change the results. So that's the one good thing.
So like if I didn't have enough money, would it be like a redo?
Yeah, you guys would rematch.
Like right now?
Just whenever you can. Like just
Gotcha.
at the earliest convenience.
That's really tough, man. Supi, like
GG.
yo, GG,
GG's Flauke.
GG.
No, that was great. I got a new personal best. Most poison mushrooms in one run.
Oh man.
Dude, wait,
Yeah,
how
I'm like-
many?
I think I got 6 or 7,
What?
I'm like,
Yeah.
were you playing on PAL or something and just did not tell us?
and I got hit by 2 of them.
Yep.
Actually, yeah,
Jeez.
that's garbage.
Yeah.
That's
Luigi's
the name of
Mansion,
the
so-
game.
That's so unlucky. Yeah.
I kind of expected I wouldn't have the money.
Yeah, it's
That's
just like the
tough, though.
Supi. Your money was fine, honestly. Like, you got a lot of extra gems, but with the Supi drop, it's like that's just sometimes you can't do anything about that.
That was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the
I
clown
could
doll.
have. Yeah, no, there was no shot. There was nothing else I could have gotten.
Yeah. But
I intentionally waited to see, because I was watching your stream to see if you got the money. Because if you didn't, I would have ran around and got extra money.
Ah, smart.
But
smart.
when I
It
saw
is a
the money
strategy.
came in, I'm
Playing the
like,
waiting
I don't
game.
care if I have enough. I lost no matter what.
It is a
You
strategy.
played
Yeah.
phenomenal. Even
Thank
if I played excellent, there was no chance I was going to PB by 1 minute and 50 seconds.
That was like,
Well.
yeah. Yeah, that was a tough one.
Our boy FireDragon 764, he took care of business today, man.
Oh my god.
He sunned this game today. The run before this race is just
Was my only good run.
that was like a low 110 pace, dude.
Yeah. One
You're
day.
there. You're right
Dude.
there.
So
But-
close. Everything just has to like add up in one run.
Hey, I'll say it
Yeah.
for you right now. The run doesn't start until
Until
Attic
Rio.
That's what I
moves,
was saying. I was
baby.
like, what does Jared always say?
The run does not start. You play 50-minute prologue just to get to Attic booze, and then the run finally starts. It's a joke.
The amount of time I quote that is insane.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
so funny.
this great philosopher Jared once said, the run doesn't start until Attic.
Yo, Jared, what are you gonna write your book so I can buy it?
I'll work on it right now. You gonna advertise it for me?
Hell yeah, dude! I'll tweet that book.
get out the notepad.
Yeah, crack my knuckles real quick. I gotta get working. I'm gonna bring out the typewriter for this one.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, okay, so to sum things up, Fi-Fi, you already know you'll be advancing on to the winner semifinals to play the winner of HD versus Red, which will be
Monka.
place. That'll be tomorrow. So we'll find out who you play tomorrow.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then
Then who's on the other side of the bracket? Do you know?
The other side of the bracket, so Glitch PhD himself. So
Yes.
Nick
Oh,
and
Mr.
Against
Nick.
Joven 3, which will be
Yep.
interesting tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm kind of looking forward. Haven't really practiced a whole lot, but you know what?
Right?
I'll just run through it, man. I'll run through it between the second commentary I got to do today, because we also have, for losers round 1, we have Mini versus Master Bobby at 4 o'clock Eastern. So yeah, we got that. We got LM going on today. So if you're a fan of LM, stick around, because it's gonna be on the other SpeedGaming channels, but there will be more LM going on today. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
there will. So yeah, we've still got we've got Fi, we've got HD and Red, and we've got Joven, Nick, and myself are all currently still alive in winners bracket. So
Thank you for the race, Flauke, and thank you guys for commentating, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Huge.
Honestly, thank you. This was so much fun.
This has been my favorite tournament so far. I'm not biased against 100% or anything like that.
Yeah,
But
but
100% is pretty
no out of
pog.
bounds is an absolute prank. Don't even bring that category up.
I was gonna
It's
say, I
terrible.
think yesterday I grinded like 7 hours of any percent no out of bounds. I think that hindered
Oh
me.
my god. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Wow.
we don't
And
talk about that category.
I choked three PBs in any percent no out of bounds
Jeez.
yesterday,
No.
and
That
an
is-
SMS any percent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do you think that messes up like your 100% when you go back and forth to the categories?
I ran out of Clockwork Room, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to get the boo.
No.
wow.
No.
Yeah, no out of bounds is like, it just 100% reminds you how easy that category is. It's not even close. It's like
That's true. That's true.
100%.
this category is so much harder. I like it way. I don't know. I think this tournament's been really fun. There's not like any
Agreed.
stakes to it or anything, but I think just
Exactly.
if
I
you're
agree.
just looking at it from a fun aspect, it's a good time. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad people are enjoying it. But we will wrap up now. Again,
Sounds good.
we went over all the times. Thank you guys both for racing, putting on a show.
Thank you
Of
for
course.
commentating.
We always appreciate.
GG's. Yeah, thank you for commentating.
Yeah, no problem. My pleasure. All right, so we will
All
be
right.
seeing you guys soon. Everybody take it easy. We'll see you in the next
Sounds
race.
good. You too. Goodbye,
Take
everyone.
care and peace.
Adios.